A new threat from President Trump on the control of Greenland has European leaders fighting back. And he brought up his failure to win the Nobel Peace Prize as a potential justification for reactivating America's military might as well. Dick Brennan has more now on the reaction.
Well, I don't foresee military intervention in Greenland. It's a small population of people, and I think diplomatic channels is the way to go. And
House Speaker Mike Johnson downplaying the president's threats on Greenland, perhaps because of the polls.
Big majority of Americans, 7 in 10, say they would disapprove of the idea of using federal funds to try to buy Greenland, but those disapproval numbers get even higher when you ask how they'd feel about the use of military force to try to take Greenland. That gets to 86%.
Trump's aggressive pose also has local Republicans uncomfortable.
Is if you can negotiate with them, either for a purchase or for expanded U.S. military presence. We already have a base of operation there and a critical minerals deal. Great. But the use of force should be off the table.
And Congressman Mike Lawler says the same goes for a tariff threat.
I'm not in favor of that. I think there are larger issues at play here, our NATO alliance.
That threat to slap tariffs on 8 European allies prompted leaders to threaten back with more than $100 billion in retaliatory tariffs if Mr. Trump doesn't back down.
Alliances endure because they're built on respect and partnership, not pressure.
Trump insists he needs Greenland for security reasons.
If there were an attack on Greenland from Russia, from some other area, we would get dragged in.
But in a text exchange with the Prime Minister of Norway, Trump said because Norway decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize, he no longer feels obligated to think purely of peace.
I think he wants to just expand the empire. I think the same reason why Vladimir Putin goes into Ukraine is the same reason why he wants Greenland. He wants more land. He wants to be able to say, I expanded America.
Now, we should point out that the Nobel Prize is awarded by the private Nobel Institute, not the Norwegian government. The president goes to Switzerland tomorrow night to attend the World Economic Forum, where he's set to come face-to-face with many of the leaders who have been trying to convince him to back off. So who knows what comes next?
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of side meetings happening there at that conference.
Will, yes, Christy.
Dick, thank you.